The MCU blueprint, what Marvel Studios did with the interconnected storylines of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was truly revolutionary. They took a page out of the comic books and proved that you could make a movie out of characters that were not A-list celebrities. And as a result, other studios took notice. DC followed with their own interconnected universe. Legendary tried it with the Universal Monsters. Disney is doing it with Star Wars, and all of these properties have their own die-hard fans that, it's like the MCU fans, are excited to see their favorite characters come to life on the big screen. But something has happened over the last few years that no one saw coming. It started out innocently enough. A few years ago, we started to hear the term superhero fatigue being thrown around. People were starting to get tired of the same old stories and the endless sequels. But now it seems that fatigue may be setting in for another reason. You see, the problem with the blueprint that Marvel created is that every single film needs to set up future projects. And when you're forced to focus on world building, instead of giving the audience a complete story, you start to see a decline in quality. Now, I'm not saying that the MCU hasn't delivered some great films in recent years, but I think we can all agree that the standard has slipped a bit. And that's because the focus is no longer on making a great Captain America movie. The focus is on making a great Captain America movie that also sets up the Thunderbolts. And when you have to cram 2 or 3 movies worth of plot into one movie, something's got to give. Usually it's the quality. And that brings us to our next problem, which is the homework problem. If you're a new viewer, you've got a problem on your hands. Because before you can even watch the new Thor movie, you have to watch 8 other movies and 1 TV show to understand what's going on. Now, I love the MCU, and I'd watch all of those 10 projects to prepare myself for Thor, Love and Thunder. But I'm a bit of a nerd. Most people aren't willing to put in the work to get caught up. And as a result, they go into the theater confused and a little angry because they feel like they're missing out on something. That's not good for the studio or the property. So is this the end of franchises? Of course not. Studios have too much money to simply stop making these interconnected stories. What they'll probably do is try to find ways to innovate. Maybe we'll start to see more spin-off shows like Moon Knight, or maybe the movies will start focusing on different types of stories. But whatever happens, I think we can all agree that things need to change, because right now, the blueprint is starting to show us that it's not as invincible as Thanos. This has been your host. Thanks for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next video.